They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And out across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Defense wins championships, baby. Do. Watch out.
Look at me. Go. Be careful.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that. Running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go there. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. So that'll back him up 5. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. Get your swerve on.
Brissett on first down. He finds his man Johnson. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's Brissett. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Check three. Cover.
Brissett to throw on first. This is Miller, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let him know.
To throw again on second down. Brissett, it's complete. It's Miller. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On first and 10, Brissett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
A first down throw for Brissett. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
After the sack on first down, Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Brissett. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
An anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Redskins 3, Eagles 0.
Ready, ready! 30 base.
Let's go.
Yep.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Down.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Keep on coming, baby.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Ready.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Get it.
Off play action. Jones. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe-bashed it.
that. Super toe.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Slam, slam.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give, right side. Carson, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
X3, 218, chop.
Check 99.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Fire.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Yards and a first down for Philly.
To Zay Jones. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Let's go
This
now.
offense
16,
finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rock it. Let's go.
Here's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Carson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Watch the run. Kill.
Trace on travel. Hit it.
Now Jones operating from the gun. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Any weapons? Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike 5-4. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
At the 42-yard line.
Come on, set. 57. Focus, defense, focus.
Check 9, check.
Look at it. 57 's Mike. Mike 57.
First down, Brissett. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Brissett now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Let's go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go. Head over. Check, 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 check. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 51, Mike 51. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Get it.
Jones on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Reds lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 59.
Brissett. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
1 sec. 559. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 53. Let's go, defense. Hey,
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the twist.
To throw, Brissett. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
That's taken at around the 40. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run it with Carson. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
General West. Hey, lock it.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run once more with Henderson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Crunch time, defense.
2nd down, it's Henderson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go play action with Brissett. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I got you. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 53 the mic. 53.
Brissett. Room to run inside the 40. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. 66. Pull it. Half.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. They'll run with Henderson, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Kill.
Squeeze.
On 1st down. It's Carson, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Fourth down, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. 54.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Bang, 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 bang. Yo, 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 go, go. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home
next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss, and they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.